So what we're going to do today is we're going to make a focaccia loaf. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some vegetables and stuff on it just to make it look pretty once it's baked. But basically we start off with 500 grams of strong bread flour. We've got 7 grams of dried yeast and 2 teaspoons of sea salt. You need to keep them both separately because the salt will kill the yeast before we mix it. So what we're going to do is we've made a well in the middle and we're just going to go in with 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And then we're going to start mixing and gradually add 350 millilitres of lukewarm water. I'm just going to put the majority of this in and see how we go. So we're just going to give that a nice mix until we get a lovely consistency dough. Start coming together. Yeah, we are going to need all of the water, I think, so we'll go in with the last bit of the water. Then we'll just get, there we go, that's coming together now. So we're just going to keep it going just for a couple of minutes until it comes together. I love making a focaccia because it's nice and simple, but it's just great. It's great for a tear and share bread. Lovely. So that's going to start coming together. We just want it all to come together as one nice piece of dough, which it is now. It's just coming away from the bottom of the bowl. That's it, that's what we want. You can obviously do this by hand and knead it by hand for sort of 8 to 10 minutes. But if you've got a machine with a dough hook, then it will do it for you. Oh, that's perfect. That's exactly what we want. So now we've got a lovely, lovely dough. So all we're going to do now is we're going to cover this in some cling film and we're going to leave it to prove for an hour. So this has been proving for an hour. So as you can see, it's nicely doubled its size. So all we're going to do now is we're just going to turn it out. What I've got here is a baking tray that I've lined with parchment paper, and then I've put some olive oil on it and spread the olive oil across just to make it totally non-stick. So all we're going to do now is give that a rough stretch out onto the paper. It doesn't have to be precise yet because this is going to have another prove, but it's all nice and tacky. So all we're going to do now is cover this loosely in cling film, and we're just going to keep it in a warm place and give it another hour to have a second prove. So this has had an hour proving, so what we're going to do now is just take off the cling film. Lovely. So we're just going to give it a little prod all over, get some of that air out, like that. Then I'm just going to give a drizzle of olive oil over the top, and then I'm going to then do some decoration. So we're going to make like a sun in the corner out of some lemon. That's just the centre of a lemon, and then some bits of the peel that we've cut. Then I just want to try and do like a garden, so we're going to put a spring onion there, and then maybe an asparagus, and if we put a bit of pepper, A little bit of garlic in the middle. A little piece of spring onion to look like a stem. There may be some dill across the bottom, like that. Just push that in slightly. Maybe another couple of bits of asparagus at the bottom. And a nice spring onion. A little bit more dill. Just pushed in gently. Let's have maybe there, another piece there. And we've got some radishes. You can just put in a little pattern. Maybe some more dill in that corner. This is just sort of random, really. Another piece of pepper. Let's just do a quick stem. Pop that maybe underneath there like that. And then what else have we got? We've got some tomatoes, so let's do 4 little bits of tomato. Maybe just like that. And we've got a little bunch of chives. Let's just move that over there a bit. Let's put that to the edge. Move that there. Just put nice tight, there you go. So it's just to try and make it look a little bit pretty and a little bit interesting. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to sprinkle over some rock salt. So quite liberally over the top. That'll also give it a nice little bit of a crunch once it's dry. Another little, just a drizzle of oil again. There we go. Maybe a bit of pepper. And then what we're going to do is that's going to go in the oven on 180 for 20 minutes. Right, so this has been in the oven for 20 minutes. So let's have a look. Ah, look at that. So that's our pretty garden scene focaccia. So if I turn that around, you should be able to see that. Just going to do one more drizzle of oil, and then that's perfect then just for tearing and sharing.